Good morning, everybody. It's Dana here in Fort Worth, Texas, and it's about 7:30 in the morning, and I decided to get up with the sun. So I am sitting out in my park behind my house on my yoga mat. You can kind of see it here. And the sun is just starting to come up, and it's kind of cold out here. It's about 50. So I just wanted to come out and make this video early in the morning because it's such a peaceful time of day. And your brain can kind of think real good, and you can get your thoughts out. I do a lot of writing in the morning. I write down 10 things that I'm grateful for every morning. I started this exercise back in May when I was in Thailand, and I stuck with it for a while, and then, of course, sometimes habits kind of go away and you get out of the routine of doing it. So when I was in Thailand, we had a visualization exercise where we started working on visualizations, and then we started writing down our gratitudes. And so this is going to be my 5th day to do this. So we write down 10 things that we're grateful for every morning, and then we read our visualization of where we see ourselves in 90 days. It's pretty amazing. We had some very exciting transformational stories that were told on stage in Orlando, the conference I just came back from. And so, a number of the people on my AWOL team are doing this exercise on a daily basis. So this morning I am over at our park, and I just wanted to make a video about something that happened to me yesterday. And it's about forgiveness. Forgiveness is a powerful emotion, and I've known that for a long time. And I had something happen in my life about 4 years ago. A very close friend of ours left his wife of 29 years for a woman that he had been dating way back in college, and it just devastated all parties involved. It devastated the friends around him. It devastated the wife that he left. Devastated a lot of people, and people couldn't understand it. And a lot of grudges were held for a long time, including me. I couldn't forgive them for doing this. I felt like it was a travesty to me and to all the friends that we associated with for so long. And I held it inside of me, and I felt, that it was just the worst thing in the world that he did this, and they both did this. And so anyway, at some point I felt like, this is holding me back, and it's not fair to them. And finally my heart broke open yesterday, which is, I don't know, the Lord just knocked on my door and said, it's time to forgive these people and to forgive yourself for holding that back for so long. So I picked the phone up and I called the guy first, and I just said, would you please forgive me for holding this against you for so long? And he was shocked that I even called, and we had a really great conversation. And at the end he said, I'm smiling now because of what this makes me feel like, that you accept me again as a friend and that we can go forward now. So I really thank you for doing this. And I said, I thank myself for doing it, but I thank you for accepting my apology. So we left on terms of that we loved each other, and that we, wished the best for each other. So the second phone call that I made was even harder. It was to the woman, because she was a very close friend of mine in college, and I have not spoken to her or had any contact with her in 4 years. So I called her up, and she was totally in shock as well. And she said, I've actually been thinking about you guys, you and Ted, and I'm really glad you called. She goes, I'm at a good place now, and I feel like that my life's going to move forward now. What we did was a mistake. We both regret it. We hurt a lot of people, and the hardest thing for us to do now is to forgive ourselves. And I said, well, God forgave you a long time ago, and I said, a lot of other people have forgiven you. For some reason, I just couldn't. And finally, I just came to the conclusion that I had to, and my heart wanted to. My heart was pulling me to. So we left on a very good note too, that we'll be back in contact with each other, and that she accepted my apology and was quite touched that I did that. So I felt like my heart cracked open yesterday, and when you've been holding a grudge or held something against someone for so long, and then you finally realize, what good is it doing? It's hurting that person, and it's really hurting yourself more. So I feel released. I feel like they're released. I feel like I'm released. I just feel lifted up. So if you've ever experienced anything like that, I would encourage you to just pick the phone up, or write the person a letter, or see them in person, and just get it out in the open, and just accept them for who they are, whatever mistakes were made in the past. And you'll be so surprised how your heart will feel, how your whole life will move forward, and there just won't be that hanging back in the balance, this thing that's just nagging at you in your gut. Because when those things go on for years and years, many times they'll manifest into diseases. And we've read things about this, me being in the medical profession. Excuse me, I've read where, these things that hold out for such a long time end up turning into cancer, heart disease, all kinds of other diseases that can manifest because of something that was held back and never released, and forgiveness given. So I just want to encourage everyone to do that, and I hope you have a beautiful Saturday. Spend it with your family, your friends. Do something fun for yourself. Enjoy the day wherever you are, and just know that people love you all around, and you are here for a reason. You're here for a purpose, and make sure that you let others know that, and give of yourself, and be real and authentic. So this is Dana in Fort Worth, wishing you a beautiful Saturday. And it's getting cold out here, so I'm going to go back inside and warm up with a cup of coffee. All right, take care, guys.